It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
And now here comes Kansas City.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go, man. You ready to roll? Let's go. Go away from over here. Once again, wait. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 44.
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts going to take this himself.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Throwing is Hurts.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Hey, please, y'all. Let's go. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's go, boy. Go get him now. Let's hit it. Get it, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chiefs have regained the lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 8 there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's James returning.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Hurts.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got
under pressure again, and down he goes again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the grab. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Mahomes, another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Working with a 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and short.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a...
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brandon Graham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the 27, Hurts throwing the out route and complete. It's Arnold.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here, as they need 4 yards on third down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jackson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Swift.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Get something together.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground, as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, Mahomes. Got a man in it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield.
Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. From the 35 on second down.
Hurts.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
Back to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
He's back to throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Caught, Kelsey, left side. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now on 3rd down. AB out there for the Chiefs.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.